welcome back to Trash It. We've got a full house of ladies today, and you should already know the people we have on this panel. But before we delve into that, the topic we're going to be trashing today is why are Nigerian female celebrities having problems finding the right man? Okay, we've all already seen things that's been going on social media. Tonto Dike saga, Annie Dibia saga, Nedu's wife. The list is inexhaustible, honestly. But let me come back to the people on the panel today. We've got Ethel, which you guys already know. Hello, Ethel. Thanks for joining us. And then we've got our beautiful Sade. Hello, Sade. Thanks for coming back on Trash It. And we've got, your usual host, Yori, in the house today. Hi, Yori. And then we've got Ajike with us as well today, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Let me just put that in there. Okay, so today we want to really look at what's been going on, because I'm sure we've all seen what's been going on Instagram, Facebook. We turned to DK and her relationship that didn't work. When Tonto came out, we're all very happy for her to say she had met this prince guy, and then all of a sudden everything is in shambles again, and everybody feels sorry for her. But anyway, why are Nigerian celebrities not finding the right guy? Tiwa Savage sang the song, "Somebody's Son Will Find Me One Day." I'm sure you guys must have seen the post by Beverly Osu, where she laid on her bed and she was singing the song and whatnot. So now let's look at it this way. We have a lot of beautiful, beautiful Nollywood actors, but most of them are not married. Most of them are over. They're nearly 80 or over. I'm not saying that everybody has to be married, but I know that these people, they want a relationship, they want a family, but unfortunately it's not happening. So can we just look at it? Are they looking the wrong way to find someone? Are they looking at the wrong places to find someone? Let me come to you, Ajike. You're on ground in Nigeria. I'm sure you can tell us how hard it is these days to meet someone. So tell us, why do you think these Nollywood actresses are finding it difficult to settle down?
I don't think they are finding it difficult to settle down. I think the problem is just their priority. Marriage is work. That's just the truth. Marriage is work. It's not really about them personality. Maybe many of them are. I think many people are after the Bella Niger wedding thing and marriage itself. That's the problem. And a lot of people they think marriage is about, okay, I'm old enough to marry. Marriage is maturity. You can see someone that is 20 that is mature, and you see someone that is 40 that is just maturing. So I think it's just for me. Then I think they're under this pressure of, their marriage is under scrutiny naturally. It's not like me and you that who knows me, who knows you. But they are under this pressure to live their marriage should be flawless, no problems. And there's no marriage like that. I don't know the marriage because I've lived 20 something years before I meet another man that's lived for 30 something years. We are getting married. And definitely there'll be clashes here and there, but I think another maybe their values don't align. You see somebody that has many wives, you are now marrying him, expecting him to be faithful to only you. I don't know what you are thinking or what you are saying. I don't know. You understand? There are just so many. I think that's really the trend. Most of them, they're after, I'm not really, I don't know who amongst them say, okay, maybe he married this person young and that person young. Most of them they've come with baggages. I think baggage upon baggage, and that's important.
Okay, Ajike, the point you made about them, about the societal pressure, about their marriage having to work or them needing to marry to a certain level, do you think it's really societal pressure, or this is the pressure they're putting on themselves? Because things have evolved now.
Because, we live in a society where people live for other people. That's the truth. People live for other people. You see your parents telling you, you have to be a doctor. What will people say? You have to be this. There's this what will people say. You see, you hear your parents say, I still like Baja, see this person, are you not mates? We've grown up with that. So you cannot deny that fact that people just want to make people see that, oh, I'm doing well, my marriage is all right. And I really don't understand. Even people that have marriage problems, you can go and say counselor. I've not seen the marriage. I don't know about that people's marriage, but me and my husband will quarrel. We have issues. There are days I don't want to talk to you. Please don't. And there's sometimes it does not because we are even quarreling. Sometimes you need your space. You just want to be by yourself. That is even okay in itself. But people just have this expectation of marriage to be perfect, a fairy tale forever. It's a lie. Oh. So they should go and see many marriage counselors. There are many around these days.
Okay. Now let me come to you, Shade. What do you think about this? You've seen the trend on social media. People are getting into marriages. They're spending a lot of money buying a shwebi, booking out the hall and everything. And then 1 year later, the marriage doesn't work. What do you think is going on? Why are these ladies getting it wrong?
Um, I totally agree with Ajike. The only thing I'm going to add is, as well, we don't have patience anymore, and
Hmm.
most of the things that we should have talked about to communicate to each other at the beginning, before we even get to that stage where we get married, we don't do it anymore. I don't know if it's fear factor, or people just grow differently. Sometimes you know that the person you met 10 years ago, 20 years ago, is not the same person today. We all develop, we all grow differently. So with everything that you can say, the only other thing I see is we're not patient anymore. We're not God fearing anymore, because before you hurt
Hmm.
someone, you will have to at least have a fear of God in you, saying, I don't want to do that to that person. And the third thing is that there are
Yes.
so many girls about. I keep saying these things. So why you are still like, but then at the same time, I don't have any problem with people knowing their worth. You're not going to take
Hmm.
something, you're going to take something.
Yeah.
If that's not what you want, you leave. But then there are girls that even in a peaceful situation, they are poking their eyes into it. They want to know what's going on. In Totodike's case, the girls are there. They didn't leave them. And they know it was with her, but that didn't stop them, you see. So we don't have any self-worth anymore in the society. And even the celebrity, we don't even know what they want. They want to be married. They still want to live their lifestyle the way they want to live their lifestyle. They still want to keep their sugar daddies because they know that the boy they're marrying cannot sustain their
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So you see, that's what I'm saying, that that's at times I think, why can't you just come out and say, can we just have an open marriage? You do you, I do you. So there won't be all this drama because they're stressing me. I told you
Hmm.
already today that I just logged off Just Lover because I was stressed, because it was just too much. I didn't know where to look.
This lover will give you high blood pressure. Trust me.
I imagine going to work, stressing myself, and
I
I'm
don't know
going
why
to
people,
just
I
Lover
don't
and
even
say,
for I don't even have the
it's like
power for that.
every day there is every
There's
different
something.
boss. Like even me, I'm feeling the boss. Like I can't keep up. So like there's pressure. Everything that Jike said with what I just said now is what's going on. These guys
Yeah.
don't know what they want. They just have to come out. They want to live a Igbo lifestyle, have an open marriage, still keep your toy boy or your toy mama or whatever. Then come out and say that's what we are doing. So
Yeah.
that
Yes.
when the social media picks it up, you go close, I say, and then you go, agree. Yes,
Yeah.
you're doing that. Deal with it. A lot of all these foreigners, they say it. We are in an
Yeah.
open marriage.
Yeah.
So I think the problem with us is we don't know where we are yet in Nigeria. We're
Yeah.
trying to live in a certain way, and then we still have our morals. See that moral, I think we've been brainwashed. No matter how we try to grow out of it, sometimes we always remember where we come from, which is why when he got
Yes.
with Tonto, she was drinking, she was on drugs, he knows all these things. He took his head inside that other idiot that
Don't
was
mind
talking.
him.
Yeah.
Don't mind
Kokokri. I don't know
him.
who names her
Yeah,
child
He,
and
that.
then
he looked
suddenly
at his
now
name.
she's this, she's that. He knew that they smoked it together. He might not just like to smoke it every day. She might like to smoke it every day.
Every day.
So but these things, and then that's my problem. That's my issue. I'm just stressed. Honestly, it's stressing me out.
I can see your stress. I can see your stress, Shade, because when you came into the studio today, you weren't playing at all, right? Just lover, please. This is what you're doing to people, okay? And she's not even in Nigeria. Now, see, the thing is, some of the things I picked up from what you said, Shade, is so spot on, right? Because the first thing you need to realize is when you're coming into a marriage, you cannot live your previous life, the life that you were living before. You cannot live it the way you were living before. You have to compromise, and you have to be willing to drop some certain type of behavior, certain type of things you were used to, the kind of lifestyle you were accustomed to, even. Do you understand? You might have to drop that. And also, another thing you said, Shade, celebrities they're afraid to ask their partner those questions, right? Those
Yes,
questions that might probably define the relationship, which might be a make or a break for the
yes.
relationship. They're too
At
they're
the
too afraid to
beginning,
ask it because they don't want to lose that person.
you're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Okay, well, Esther, let me come to you. The same question. I mean, what do you think they're doing wrong?
Yeah, Sade. said it all, Ajike as well. But the thing I want to say is you can see the pressure with Tontodeke's one. The way she was begging. It's not for the love, it's for what will people say. I'll be laughed at. And they feel to see that it's not their fault. It's that there's still that pressure on women to say if the relationship didn't work, it's the woman's fault. And another thing is that there's a saying that says it's very lonely on top. The more you climb up the ladder, you lose good friends. So then with celebrities, it comes with the struggles. Then you are now surrounded by fake people who will tell you what you want to hear.
Yes.
So they can't set you straight. They can't advise you. They want to, patronize you all the time. Smother your ego. And that's where most of them lose it. That's where they miss it. Because they start, if she had a good friend that told her this guy that looks as his name, his name.
You were about to say,
don't go with this guy. You understand? But there'll be people who say, no, he's a correct G, blah, blah. They know in their heart that that's not a match. So that's another thing, because celebrity, when you're a celebrity, it comes with the struggles as well. And that's the major one. People don't tell you the truth until you drop, you fail. That's when you say, I wanted to say, I didn't know how to say.
Yeah,
It's already too late. So it's the pressure and the strong people surrounding you.
Sorry, my own problem with people, is, as like you said, it's only at the top. Definitely, they will have one or two friends that they have known before. As in, I find it when people say things like that, I find it very difficult because I have friends that I've known for years, and so that I compartmentalize my friendships. So there are some friends that they are inside. Those one, even if I become, what can I become? The richest mind, what they tell you are very stupid.
You have many, but as you're climbing there, you're losing some. It's not that you lose everyone.
Apart from that, sometimes when you just suddenly get into the limelight at a young age, you don't know how to handle such, publicity. Because remember that Tonto was very young.
This maturity thing I mentioned anyway. Because for me, I
was very young. She has no mom. She has nobody to guide her. So even if she has close friends, then when she suddenly
there are people that are orphans and they are doing okay.
When she suddenly became,
everybody's not the same.
They are not the same. That's where I am coming from. But for me, I don't know. I find it maybe.
So when she suddenly becomes a celebrity, sometimes it gets into their head. So some of the good friends, they don't want to hear what they're saying because they're already.
That's my point. They were not good friends themselves. Because even in the Bible, if you have a good friend, if you are a good friend, you will have a good friend. That means they are not good themselves.
You know how to keep them. You know how to keep them.
Sometimes it's exhausting to trying to tell someone the right thing, and then you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna stay back. I'll be here if you need me. Yes, we do have some good friends, but there's a limit to which you can advise your friends. I have been the advisor and I've been the one receiving advices as well. Sometimes people just, after talking, they just leave you to be and say, I'm here to support you when you need me. Well, you can't keep talking because you have your own problems as well. You're telling this person that's not how to do it, and she suddenly feels like she's a star. She can do whatever she wants. And sometimes they're being managed by management and they have this brand look of how they want them to be perceived. And the thing about it, yes, when you're young, you want to create a name for yourself. But most of these management companies damage all the celebrities in the long run. Because sometimes you find some people that are exhausted. They want to commit suicide because they don't have any friends anymore. Because what you want people to see is not them. We have a lot of foreign actors and actresses that they're exhausted, that they've been mismanaged and all that. So I feel like Tontodike was in that situation at the beginning of her life, and her mom was not in the picture and all that. So I'm sure she has some friends while she was growing up in the industry. Because I remember she used to be friends with one of my younger sisters. But sometimes it gets into their head and, they don't want to listen.
It really did get into her head because she going to Dubai with the other guy doing behaving.
Tonto is damaged.
I know she's seeking love. She's seeking,
and I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No,
I'm
not in a
saying that
bad
like
way.
emotionally she needs help.
Yes,
So she's
yes,
looking
she's
for love in
need,
the wrong
Wrong
places. She's
places.
looking
very
for a
needy.
father
I
figure
And
in
see.
a
people take
man.
advantage, and people tend to
Yes.
take advantage. See, Cyril, nobody knew that one. From the woods, she picked that stray dog up out. They made him somebody. When that one made name for himself, he ran away. Then this other
Exactly.
Popo Gary one brought him out from the woods again. That
Popo,
one made name for
it's not
himself.
Popo Gary, it's Popo Green.
Purple
Uh,
green.
I
Why is
don't,
not
I
Gary
don't,
as well?
it
I
doesn't
can't stand the
matter. It's the
guy.
same. Even Popo Gary even sounds better than his name.
You know,
So
Yeah.
he brought that one from the woods. That one has made name for himself. I don't think he can even sustain. He can't even express himself. Then that one, now she's just she's so needy, and
I
anybody who
know.
tells her, I think the nice thing, oh, I care, you are nice, she
Yeah.
just
She would,
gravitates towards that
yes.
person, and they just tend to
Even
use
spend
her,
on
use
them.
her,
Even
use her.
spend
Yeah,
on
exactly.
them. She's got issues.
Okay,
I
well,
feel for her.
it's interesting. Yori, let me come to you. I mean, everybody has said everything, so please bring something different that we haven't heard already.
You know what? Honestly, there's nothing to add, but I would go back to who we are as a human being. I think the sooner we realize that sometimes maybe monogamous relationship is not for some people, that will solve a lot of problems. Do you understand? So the need to be in a
You want to open a
relationship,
bad
they
can of
need to
worms.
be married, they need to have some, as in they need to be married, they need to be someone, they need to fall to live on someone's love, is what is Tonto's problem among other celebrities. They are seen as this beacon of light. So that's the problem. You know, I'm an advocate of people being who they are. And the sooner you realize that you don't actually have to be, and I love marriage. Marriage is a beautiful union, but it's not meant for everyone. And sometimes people need to realize that you don't need to depend on another person to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the issue is. And that's the
Yeah.
problem with most celebrities. You know,
Yep.
in French or in France, it's a normal lifestyle to be married and have mistress. So maybe they need to
Yeah.
just borrow some of the polygamous ideologies that we used to have or still have and just be
Hmm.
themselves.
Yeah. I think Bidemi is just going to join
Everyone has
us.
said it.
Yeah. Mr. Jagojantic will join us any minute now. But the thing is, I just feel like, and I think Sade mentioned it or somebody else said it, there's nothing wrong with being in a polyamorous relationship. If you know that marriage is not for you and you cannot stick to one
Nothing.
partner, then maybe you should already have that understanding with your partner to say, you know what? You can step out, I can step out, but just put rules. Don't come back with pregnancy, don't come back with STD, and
Yeah.
always know that I am your main person, period.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because the struggle these days for marriages to work, and as Yuri said, it's not by force to be married. Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's nice to be married, but if you know you cannot hack it, because first of all, you need to understand what it takes to be married. What does marriage mean? Are you able to do those things? If you're not able to, then maybe marriage is not for you. And if you don't have a good role model, yeah, don't come on Instagram and Facebook and be looking for role models, because those people, if you haven't got a good role model to show you and to help you understand what marriage is, then maybe marriage is not for you. As a Nigerian celebrity that has done the opposite of what her colleagues are doing, Anita Joseph. I know she gets a lot of backlash on Instagram, and people are saying, "Oh, your husband looks like your houseboy and whatnot." But listen, right? She married that guy. Nobody knows him from anywhere. He's just a normal guy on the streets, right? She met him, she married him, and now their marriage is solid. Right? Their marriage is solid. And Anita Joseph and Tonto Dike, they were very close friends at some point. Anita Joseph, Tonto Dike, and Bobrisky, they were very close friends at some point. And that was how I got to know about Bobrisky. Okay? And for some reason, I feel that Tonto Dike and Anita sort of brought Bobrisky to the world, right? But anyway, Mr. Jagodantix, thank you for joining us all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. So the topic we are trashing today is why are Nigerian female celebrities finding it difficult to find love. They're finding it difficult to be married, and when they eventually get married, they're finding it difficult to stick in that marriage. So tell us, what do you think is going on? Are they looking in the wrong places for love?
Well, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because most of our celebrities right from the conceptual stage. The first foundation, the brick in that foundation is laid based on lies. So there's this Yoruba proverb that goes thus: Ilé tí a bá fi itọ́ mọ, meaning the house that you built on saliva, it's only a common breeze, common early morning dew, iri, meaning ordinary dew is what will make the house collapse. You don't even need a rain to fall before the house can collapse. Just dew, falling dew will collapse the house. So many of them, they're looking in the wrong direction. They're looking into the relationship for gains, not necessarily for love. Those who did it for pure love, you will never see them doing drama online. And through thick and thin, they still remained in their relationship. When there was money, when there was no money. But those who are there for clouds, for I better pass my neighbor. I met them in the industry, but I'm dating a big boy. My own is better than theirs. All sorts of, reasons that take them into all this relationship. But look at the bigger ones that have been there for years. Have you tried to look into the relationship of the likes of Ramsey Noah, RMD,
Olu Jacobs,
Jacobs,
Peter Doche, yeah.
Some of them have passed on, but we know how their marriages were, But the girls of today, what are they looking for in a relationship? I'm a boss chick. I'm a pink. I'm sapiosexual. The person who is sapiosexual cannot hold intelligent conversation.
Tell me about it.
So everybody wants to buy range. Everybody wants to have a house in Lekki. If these houses in Manila Island are so cheap, how comes Ranzania, Jamaica, RMD, how come they're where they are? RMD only recently moved to the island. If it is that easy, these guys, they've done it, they've been through thick and thin, they've done it when home video was big, when cinema was big, and when series was on TV. They've been there and done that. They've collected the t-shirts. It's still not easy for them. One woman will just come, boom, small girl, big gun. I have a house in Banana Island. And at the end of the day, one thing you ladies have to understand is that we know people who know people who know people. In this industry, myself, I belong to a class in this Lagos. I won't say I belong to the class of key holders, but I belong to the class of movers and shakers in this Lagos. And I've been to some parties. I have seen things. I've seen the kind of conversations the right big boys hold. So if you're seeing Shegun, for example, I'm trying to use fake names to put some people in position. If you're seeing Shegun, and Shegun, anytime you go to Shegun's office, Shegun will say, James, go and give her the pink envelope. And you are collecting envelope. Somebody is giving you the envelope now. You come to an office, you sit in the waiting area. Some people work in that office. They know you normally come to see your guy. Do you get it? These guys, they have people. They share information. And when you collect envelope and you go to meet Oga in the evening at the clubhouse, there is somebody working in that clubhouse. If it's an hotel, there is somebody preparing the hotel. If it is 4 points or a private lounge somewhere that nobody knows, Oga has access all the time. Somebody is working there. Do you get? When you go into some buildings, there are securities, there are people manning the CCTV. They see things. So you can't come on social media and start saying, oh, small girl, big girl, I work hard for the money. Meanwhile, you are doing the also. And the celebrity said last week that being a celebrity in Nigeria is a facade for prostitution. So what are we talking about?
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you there. Okay. You know why? Because in ongoing circles, and it's not fair to just say actresses are like prostitutes. No,
I don't mean all of them.
Okay, some of them. It's very hard to be in that industry.
Of course.
as a woman,
Of course.
right? You have men that won't give you rose unless they sleep with you.
Of course.
Banks. I hear what you're saying, Mr. Debajantis, but it's not really fair on them as well, because to survive in Nigeria, the economy and everything, it is really tough. You know, they
It's
don't
not for
earn
everyone.
much. Everybody wants to be a star. Sometimes these producers, directors, they don't want to pay you real money. Most of them do favors to each other.
They want to pay in kind.
How are they going to pay their bills?
Okay, you know,
how are they going to pay their bills?
You know what? I think that would be because what you've just mentioned there, Shade, that's another topic that we need to look into a great deal, because a lot of things are happening.
And you know, and you want to look at them as, oh, that's a celebrity, but she's not. She's living in Yanopaja.
Yeah.
She'll take 3 hours to get to site.
get to Ireland, yeah.
No, she can't even take herself there. And then these big men, you go to their offices for help, they want to sleep with you, and then they'll tell that driver.
Okay.
It's ongoing cycle.
Okay, Shade. Okay, so that's another topic we're going to look at in due time. Let me sway to another angle now. There are a lot of male celebrities, Nollywood actors that are also married, right? One of them just got married very recently. Now, why is it that the marriages of the male celebrities are working, but the marriages of the female celebrities aren't working? And also, when you look on set, on the videos they post on Instagram, you would see that the male celebrities and female celebrities, they have a very good relationship. But how is it that none of those male celebrities ever find them attractive enough to get married to? Let me come to you, Ajike. What do you think is going on here? Why is male celebrity marriages working and the females aren't?
Debajantis answered this question. Actually, most of these married men, the men in this industry and in the industry, they married ordinary women
outside,
men who are working, maybe lawyers, doctors. They are busy. They don't have time. They are not petty, and most are not even working. They have children to disturb them.
So why can't our female celebrities do the same though? Why can't they marry lawyers, doctors?
You understand that any kind of attention is good attention for them. It's any kind of clout, whether the ones that don't have any drama, is anybody talking about them? Sometimes don't even come to even think that maybe they will even say, let me even cause wahala, let my name even ring. Don't say, I'm not very thought of it, that maybe they will even just wake up and just say, let us quarrel. Because me at times, because for people like in the limelight, they need to be there. So at times they just go about. I'm saying they are forming stories, but at times they do form stories. Just being the limelight, and you know they have to. The life of a celebrity too is not like me that is at home, Juju Beggar doing something. By now I've been in VI trying to find scripts, trying to find somebody that will come and help me produce movie. You know, so there's just so many. At times, even when not sending them, I can't get somebody now. They are coming out of hotel. They will say, did you see them? Did you see? You know, for me, I don't know. I just feel that in this life, at times men find it easier because they're going to marry outside that industry. Most women are going to marry in that industry because number one, that's where they are. I married when I was working in the bank. That's why I married. I married the staff.
Okay,
so there's this tendency for you to, I don't know.
Okay, you were going to say something.
I think the thing about it is that with the male counterparts, their wives are happy to stay off the limelight. Exactly. So they would marry a lawyer, a doctor. They really don't care. But for the female counterpart, they don't want to be seen as Mr. Tontodike. So they too would have an issue with, I have to marry someone that is one up, so that there won't be a friction in our relationship. I can't just go marry an ordinary guy, because an ordinary guy will sometimes at some point people be like, babe, your wife is in this movie. It would get to him at some point. So they would rather look for someone that's not comfortable, that may be comfortable with the celebrity status. So if you are a good person,
given what you just said just now, there was a point Shade made earlier when she said before they proceed into marriage, they need to have that very difficult conversation, right? So let's assume the female celebrity, Nollywood actress, for example, is going to marry just a normal working guy. Don't you think this is at the point where they have to have that talk and say, okay, are you comfortable with me being on set? Are you comfortable with me acting sex scenes on set? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm sure this conversation does happen. But look, when you're in it, it's different from
the reality of it.
You can't take it. when you see the way they chop your girl,
You can't take it. Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's easier said than okay, fine. We're gonna do this. I'm going to be at home. See the reality that she needs to be on set maybe from Monday to Sunday. You don't know where she is. You can't pick up the call. It's not as if she's doing anything. She is working. And the ideology that a man is meant to go out and work. Women are more comfortable with that fact. So Ramsino can disappear for 7 months. He's on set. For your wife to disappear for 7 months is a hard pill to swallow for some men. So they can't hack it. And I don't want to jinx Anita Joseph's relationship. That relationship is still in early stages. Let us see what happens 5-10 years down the line. Then we can use them as a yardstick. Olu Jacob and what's the wife's name? Joke Silva. They are actors. So she's working these ways. He understands what she's doing. She understands. So theirs is a different kettle of sheep. Jumoke, RMD's wife, is happy. She doesn't even have a social media page.
Account.
She's happy not to be known. I don't even know Ramsey's wife.
Yeah, I don't.
These are people that happen in Nigeria to have a celebrity kind of wife and then be like, okay, I'm happy to be just blah, blah. Those men are rare. That's why you have most of our men who are outside, like Olivia Pope's husband. He's Igbo. Kerry Washington's husband. He's Igbo.
Really?
Yes. Nigeria. Do you think he will be happy that Fitz is trifling his wife?
No. Okay.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Ethel, let me come to you real quick. So you see these marriages are not working, right? But the male marriages are working. Do you think there's an issue here? And also, why are the male celebrities not marrying the female celebrities?
The male celebrity, they see everything there because, to be honest, what I heard is a jungle out there. They go for act and they help each other there. So that is a dirty environment. Right. So they see that and they just tell themselves, no, I can't do this.
I can't marry
them. And the girls, obviously because they can't find their whatever partners within the industry, they have to go brush up somebody, make a name for the person, and at the end of the day, they use them, get that fame, and dump them. And it's just a cycle. It just keep going on and on. It's not only Tonto DK. You can see with all that. Mercy Johnson, I just pray, because in my head, that guy, well, I don't know. There's so much.
He's an idiot.
He's quite shady. You understand? I think there's so much behind those doors. But that's fine. If it works for them, it works. Even pretense. This pretense works for them, it's fine. At least people are getting off their business now. So that's why, because they see too much. They see too much on set.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Ethel. Now, Mr. Dabudansi, let me come to you. I mean, this is becoming a bit. Look at Copy, for example. She started a new program on Channel 4, which is a TV channel in the UK, and she's looking for. She's trying to meet the right person. Otedola's daughter. Okay. Why are men not rushing her? Mr. Dabudansi, help us out here. What's going on?
First of all, we need to understand that the program is scripted. Whatever we're saying there is scripted. But on the other hand, that kind of, you see all these elites in Nigeria, all their children, private school abroad, they fly on private jets, they go here and there, they've seen it all. Now, the kind of relationship that Copy is looking for, those guys can't offer it. See, politicians, northerners, most especially, you see their children. You see their children marrying each other. Not because they're politicians, but because the children are professionals. They do professional jobs, white collar jobs. You see the daughter of Kidiko Bayero of Sokoto getting married to the daughter of governor of so. You will see those ones. There is political affiliation there. There is wealth affiliation there. They want to keep it in the family. But you see, the Otedola that we're looking at, that girl, her personality is different. You know, you can see uh, somebody like Taiwo, Mr. Taiwo, the owner of Sifax shipping line. He has a big tarmac in Apapa. All the ships coming to Nigeria, they come through his wharf. You know, all the customs, they have offices there and stuff. That is Lax. You know, Lax, that musician is Lax.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy that sang Looking for Karo, Eba.
Yeah.
That kind of guy. You can see that kind of guy marrying some governor's daughter because his lifestyle is different. If you understand what I'm saying, he's laid back, he's very humble. You're never gonna know that his father is a multi-billionaire.
Mm.
And even say his dad is richer than Davido's dad, but people don't know.
Okay.
People don't know. Now that's an artist. That kind of guy can marry somebody who is level-headed, but the daughter of one governor or daughter of one former president, just like somebody married Dangote's daughter not long ago. But you can never see that kind of guy saying they want to marry Copy. Why Copy?
What's wrong with Copy, though?
There is nothing wrong with Copy, but Copy does not fit into that kind of status quo. You know, Copy is not that political fronting image.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And these guys, they need somebody like that. You know, you will never see Davido proposing to Copy. You will never see Wizkid proposing to Copy. You will never see these forefront artists, Nigerian artists, proposing to Copy or saying they want to date Copy. So Copy too will have to drop some feathers from the hat, you know, and then.
But you see, the thing is, sorry, Mr. Jabodantis, to cut you. Why do these people always have to marry someone on their level? Can't they just marry a normal person?
They're not ready. The one that is ready has done it, and that's the guy with Mr. Easy, Copy's sister.
Yeah.
Copy
Mr. Easy is not poor.
Mr. Easy is not poor. I'm talking about just a normal person. Some normal person, like, you know.
No, you don't understand me. Mr. Easy is not poor, but his class is low.
It's not that class.
They're not on the same level, you know. But can Copy date somebody like Mr. Easy?
I wouldn't see why she can't. I wouldn't see why she can't.
You think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't see why she cannot.
I don't see her as that kind of person that can't.
Because number one, Copy does not have any dress sense. Copy is just music career that is not really going anywhere. You know, she does not know how to dress. Go and look at her on the show. It's a travesty. Okay, so I don't see why she cannot marry Mr. Easy. And I'm telling you, if she does marry Mr. Easy, it would help her a lot because her dress sense will change. Okay, so that would be an addition to her, not a subtraction.
You have to understand that kind of program, they use people who clothe them. They have all these
I don't think so. I don't think so. See, Bidemi, just watch that program. Come on. Yori, you guys should watch it. It's on Channel 4.
No, I watch
when I see her trouser and shirts, it's just embarrassing. And her wig, terrible.
I actually watched the show.
Terrible.
I watched the show. Well, I think the thing with Copy is she tries to say I have a style, which is no style.
Well, thank you. No style.
It doesn't appear as someone that can't date anyone. The issue is, I don't think anyone is actually stepping to her. That is what the issue is, which is rather unfortunate. She appears as a sweet person. Now, that being said, it's so easy for rich men or rich boys or boys from rich background or privilege to marry just anybody. They can marry rich, they can marry down. It's not easy for a girl from the same background or pedigree to just marry anyone.
Yeah.
Because everyone is coming at you. You are not sure if they want to marry you for the right reason or they just want to marry you because of your father's money. So it's more difficult as a woman to actually date anybody, or like men, you men can date up and down.
Right.
You're seen as a trophy either way. It's not easy on the woman.
Okay, so can I ask this question, because we need to sort of round this up. What we've been saying that, okay, women don't want to marry down and whatnot, are we on set not guilty of this problem as well? Now, Yuri, let me ask you, for example, if you were walking into a Sainsbury's or a Tesco, right, and you see a security guy on the door, which there normally will be, and they say hello to you, right? Would you, and you know, they kind of approach you in a way that, you know, they want something more than just a hello. How would that make you feel? Would you yield to that if you weren't married?
If I was single?
If you were single?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I don't want to date a security guard. It's got nothing to do with.
So wait, so now we are all in London, right? Wait. So you see, so we are all in London, right? And you know that people do odd jobs while they are at uni, while they're doing a master's or a PhD. So do you not think that security man can be a PhD student, for example?
Wait, when he gets there.
Right, let me answer this question because
Shade, one second.
Let me answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the odd job. Do you understand? It's not about, like, my first job in London, I worked at Marks and Spencer. I was a Perino girl. I was a shelf girl, and I was doing my master's. So it's not about that. If I'm ready to marry, and I'm not 22, I'm not 28, I'm 30 and above, I don't want to date a security guard. It has nothing to do with him being a security. It's just what I don't want to do. Now, I have a kind of person that I would want to date, and I'm married to the person. They have the job that I want them to have. It's about what I want. There's no reason for me to pig in or put myself in a hole. A man has a right to choose who he wants. You don't see them going to say, I want to go and marry.
Okay, Yuri, 1 second, Ethel. Yuri, let's increase the rank a bit. So, okay, you don't want to date the security guy, you move into the shop. What about the guy on the till?
The thing about it's not about money. Do you understand? It's not about, security guards earn a lot of money.
Yeah. So would the guy on the till be a step above for you instead of the security guy?
No,
it won't. It still won't. Okay.
That was the job I had when I was 21 doing my master's at Marks and Spencer.
Okay.
So the answer is no.
No, thank you. Ethel, let me come to you. Would you do that?
No.
Why not?
Because we won't think alike. Because since I was young, I had the persona of who I want to marry. Security officer was not amongst the list.
Okay. Shade, let me come to you. You were going to say something.
Right. So I'm going to be honest about this. Would I have in the past. Would I now? No. You know, when I met my ex, he was not a security officer at the door. He was a manager in security. But there would have been a time that he was there at the door. But that was in my era.
Yeah.
You know, when I met him, the manager, it was the head security, BBC.
See, it was managing security people.
Even at that, that was what made us have our issues.
Exactly.
You understand? So I would not do it now, because no matter how listen, you can start from 16 here. By the time you're in your 40s, you're a manager. You can grow up like that. That doesn't mean that your IQ is a manager's IQ. Do you understand? So I would not do it now anymore. I didn't used to think of that before. I used to think you can love, and I still do believe that you can love whoever you want to love and all that. But let's keep it at our level, because that's one of the problems that happen. So I agree with Elke.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have anything to talk about, because my dream is not your dream. Understand? So I wouldn't do it now. But there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
There's nothing wrong with it. If that person is in your level, there's nothing wrong with it.
But that job, I had it when I was 21.
Okay, Bidemi, let's hear it.
So you see, this job of a thing, it's a question of how you present yourself and the kind of languages you use when you're holding a conversation with a lady. I remember when I was working with Sky, I left that job for a reason, and I needed to survive on something. I needed to feed the family. Was it that time? No, it was before that time. I was single. I think I was working in B&Q at the time.
B&Q, yeah.
B&Q. That was before I got married. And at that time, there is no way you could look at me and think I was working in B&K. And at that time, I dated the daughter of a senator in Nigeria, and I dated the daughter of a king. And these are first-class kings. And it is only when I tell you that I was working in B&K that you would think, yes, this
Please,
guy works in B&K.
let me come in here. You said you
And it
did
was
that
no.
because you needed to survive. You had a job, but you needed to go because that's not the main job. Were doing something a lot better. That's why you could pull those chicks because your mentality was not of
But
that.
I lost that job. I lost that job, and I had to do that security to survive.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But Ethel, what I said earlier was if the security guy in Tesco is doing his PhD, but he just needs a job to tide him over. So are you telling me?
I don't have a problem because some people want to die in that security.
No.
Tell it's my job. Yeah, with that one, yes.
The job.
Some people don't want to progress. They don't want to climb the ladder. They don't want to perfect themselves. They don't want to improve themselves.
Yeah.
This security, there's more money need to. They'll be doing 5 shifts.
Yeah. I will actually respect such man more than those that are living on benefits. So for me, it's not a big deal. It's wherever your level, your IQ catch.
Okay.
No, you can always improve your IQ. You can always improve it. Some people
I
just
know.
don't want to.
They just don't want
change. They don't want change. They don't want change. They'll be telling you, I can do 5 shifts in a go, 5 days. I never sleep. Oh, the thing is like it's like that. It makes them high. So with that one, fade. No.
Fade. Okay. Ajike, let me come to you. The security guy at your bank or in ShopRite is say, hello sister, how are you? What would you say if you're not married? And
hello brother, how are you?
Hello sister, how are you?
Hello brother, how are you? See, like everybody has said, they've answered the question. This thing is our values, and I've seen people that they are working at those places is for a temporary, maybe they are just trying to just make, not just live on welfare. In Nigeria, we don't have welfare. Welfare is safe. They are just trying, but that does not mean that that's where they are going to be. I have cousins, as you know, they grew up in Kaba. I'm from Kaba. They grew up in Kaba. They went to St. Augustine. I particularly have this cousin. He now has PhD. I don't even have PhD. I have an MBA. And I went to the best schools in Lagos. He went to every school in Kaba. They don't even have nursery. Just go to primary, go to secondary school. He went to UI. I went to FTM now. He went to UI. So, this is somebody that has that. And somebody will not look at him at those days and say, it's just one kind of person. I'm not marrying him. It's your loss. Your loss. So it's really about what value does that person have? What values that person bring into the table? What those values, are they in line with your own? So like me personally, I have Muslim cousins, Muslim relatives. But personally, I would not want to marry a Muslim wife because I want us to speak as one voice to God in my house. But I have cousins that don't mind marrying somebody outside of their religion. There are some people, like now when I first met my husband was very, very averse to leaving his job. We were both in the same bank. My husband was that kind of person. So kind of people that, this work, it does let us be here. When he lost the job, my husband became a street boy. As in, if somebody told me that my husband can hustle and bring money home, I would argue. I say, what? He has so changed. So that means those things were in him. He just needed that push. He needed something that would spark it.
He needed it.
And that spark was a job loss. It was a job loss.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was so bad. I was still telling them that time I would bundle my son, bundle my house girl, we'll go to Bagada, go and meet my grandmother. My grandmother will cook and we'll go home, whatever she has cooked. But I think maybe, those things, he didn't like it and just went, for how long will Ajike continue to go home? And it was so, if at that time, so I now say, he has lost his job, I'm going to my house, I pack my load. In fact, he lost that job when I was 6 months pregnant and we had been looking for that baby. So, it was, for me, even at that time, my brain, I was like, should I just go? In fact, I went to Bagada to stay. I went to stay with my parents. For a while, it was my mom that said, no, we go back, hey, the two of you go and sit down. That's another thing. At times, your parents too. It wasn't as if I ran away because of it, but I just needed to breathe. Because I was just looking at him and looking at the baby and wondering, what will we eat? But it's that move was enough to move him, even Sarewa by their begging, hello, what's up? How are you? I like your beard, you're handsome. You cannot know the suffer I suffer with this one, come and so many things.
Suffer,
You understand? So I know the suffer I suffer. So really, I think it's about your values, what that person has in, and there's some things that he has. And for me, you know, those were the things I saw that made me marry him. So for some people can manage to marry security man and be okay, and they will live their lives happily ever after. And their children will still go. Because really, if you look at it, all these footballers of today, their parents were poor in the Ajegule of whatever. And today, see them. So being poor too does not necessarily mean that you are just, your value may still have the good values and not, it's just that at that time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have that drive, if you don't have that
drive,
focus and that aspiration, I mean, life, the poverty will go from generation to generation. So once you see people like that, that's what I'm saying. When they see that security, it's like government, it's like being a president. They value it so much because they don't even know that.
I know a lot of people.
You see, the thing is, yeah.
I always tell people this. I know when people that go abroad, sorry, I don't live abroad, but I always tell people that when you go abroad, the first set of people you meet will determine your future. Definitely. If you go and meet those people, I used to say,
exactly.
Shift, 5 shifts, 10 shifts, $4, that's your destiny. In that long run, it's your destiny. But if you meet people that are in IT, people that say, okay, no, do this certification, do this, that will also be your destiny. So I understand where you're coming. There's something like that. That's their thinking. That's money. That's 2 hours money they are giving them. Their destiny.
I guess before we know whether that security guard in Tesco or that security guard in Harold is going to be a security for life, we have to first listen to them, isn't it? You have to first listen and know, okay, is this job just a temporary thing whilst you're trying to complete a course, or is this something that you're going to do for the rest of your life and introduce your children?
You will know now. After the first
so that's what I'm saying. So if he says hello to you and you don't even answer him, you'll never know, because then you might just be not even wanting to hear anything from the man that God is actually saying this is going to be your husband, and that man might not be there. And that man, no, hold on, Yuri. No, because let me tell you, listen, wait. Let me tell you something, right? That security guard at Tesco might just be there for a few months while he's doing a course that is going to land him somewhere very
every day.
Okay, so it might just Ethel, mute yourself, please. It might just be that job might be the course he's doing might be what would land him in the position that you would like for him to be in when you meet him. Okay, hold on 1 minute. But the thing is, we're all very guilty of this, right? We're all very guilty of this, because if you don't give that person a chance to even speak to you, to hear what he has to say, you never know. And then you run and marry that man that is very rich, or that man that has a very good job, and the next thing the man is beating you black and blue.
It does not always happen that way.
Let me listen.
Hold on. You people are just being sentimental. It does not always happen that way. I can decide not to go and marry a security guard and meet a rich man, and he treats me well. So
and you might not, just like Bokbogri. Bokbogri didn't treat Tonto well, and Tonto thought that she was meeting a rich man, right?
What you need to
no. But the thing is, Yuri. The thing is, I'm not saying it would always happen that way. It wouldn't.
Hold on, let me. What I'm trying to tell you is that whatever you do your homework. It doesn't appear that Tonto DK did her homework
at all. That's
3
months. That was too much. 3 months.
Nobody even knew that guy.
You don't even meet my children 2 years after.
Yeah, and I believe a few months before they started dating, I think he had just come out of prison. Allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but that's what. So if she had really done her homework, she would have known. Now, I think what I'm trying to say here, listen, guys, what I'm trying to say here, I'm not saying when you go to Tesco, you meet the security guy, he asks you out, you just start going with him. No, hear him out, have that conversation, and if it's not going where you want, thank you very much, but this is not where I want to be. Do you understand? If it's someone that is really passionate about his job and he wants to be there for the next 30 years and retire there, and that's not what you want for yourself, then that's not the conversation. You don't even want to have that conversation with that person the second time.
That manager will be by 2 years. You see, God will do it. I'll be a manager. A manager there. No hope.
Okay, Mr. Jagudantics, before we round up.
Ladies, when you say homework, what is homework? How do you study a man to know that yes, this guy is not just all lies. He is who he says he is. How can you
Some
tell?
people can lie for the word, They will lie a
Exactly.
baby out
That's
of the
where I'm going.
mother's belly.
God,
But
And when
three
he
yeah.
talks
months is
about
too
it, when he talks
early.
about when he talks about his dreams, and you can see the effort he's making. If he's a security, but he's going to night school to get his MBA or his
Thank
PhD,
you.
you would
I'm
Yeah.
effective
know.
on that
You
one.
would
He's
know.
telling you, oh, let's plan this. I'm trying to save money. I want to buy a house. I want to be there. You would know, and then you can,
Thank you.
share that dreams together. Or he's
Yeah.
telling you, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay at home so that I can be the one hustling? Those are the questions. Those are how you will see someone that he has a
It's
future
not
and is
even
working
Not,
about
towards
not,
it.
not the
Boss,
one, not the
I
one
don't
talking
want
about who took their shift,
hold
when she
on.
read
I
the
don't
See,
want
rota,
us to be
talking
hung
about
on.
rota every two
Hold
minutes.
on, Jagajansis. Hold on. Let me say something. I don't want us to be hung on and that okay because they have degrees. No, some people have businesses.
I
There are people
know.
that say, okay, well, I'm not going to go to school, but this is
No, I'm
what I
just
want to do. I
answering
want
his
to run a business.
questions
I want
about
to
how would
create
you
something.
know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk.
I pray
Yeah,
you
I
don't fall
understand
into
that.
the
I'm just
hands
saying
of
that
someone that
because
doesn't.
I don't want to be the think everything is about just because he needs to have a
Okay.
PhD or a
Yeah.
master's or da da da. It's not about that.
No,
It's about
no,
having
no.
foresight,
Yeah.
not stuck in a rut.
Yeah, well, interesting. I think we need to end it here because this has been a very interesting discussion. And then thank you all for trashing this topic. And I just guess in one way or the other, we are kind of guilty of what we accuse the celebrities of, because as we've all said, there's just certain things, there are just certain levels that you can't go, and for these celebrities they need to keep up appearances, so there's also some levels that they cannot go, right? And that's why you have the likes of, I'm not going to name names, that are still unmarried. I mean, we wish them all the best, and hopefully they get to where they want to get to in life, in all areas of their life. But on that note, we're going to end it here. Thank you, Mr. Jago Jansis, for joining us all the way from Nigeria. Okay. And thank you, Ajike, as well, for joining us all the way from Nigeria. I think you guys need to see each other whilst you're there. And yeah, our London our London crew. Sorry.
I said bye, see ya for Ajike.
Oh yeah, please do. Okay. Bidemi, Ajike is in Nigeria. You guys can link up and send us a picture or something. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna end it. All right, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next week. And if you don't already know, we're on Pop Central, DSTV channel 189. Make sure you tune in every Sunday evening at 9 o'clock and join us. And if you haven't got DSTV, download the Popping by Pop Central app on your app store, Android or iPhone, and you can join the conversation Sunday evenings at 9 o'clock. Until next time, see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Good evening. Bye.